Good day. I'm Mary Rose Red Palma, student of Doctor in Sustainability. Today, I am presenting semiotics tradition in advocacy, icons of change as participatory symbols in Philippine education development communication. This presentation explores how science, symbols, and cultural icons empower educational advocacy and contribute to sustainable change. Contents, objectives, introduction to the semiotics of tradition in advocacy, national heroes as icons of educational liberation. Next, we have indigenous symbols and local identity. We have also local champions, living icons of advocacy, participatory art as semiotic praxis, language and script, symbol of inclusion, conclusion and key takeaways, and lastly, references. Our objectives are as follows. Number one, to explain the concept of semiotics and its relevance in advocacy communication. Number two, identify traditional and contemporary symbols that serve as icons of change in Philippine education. Number three, to illustrate how participatory development communication integrates semiotics for meaningful community engagement. Number four, to analyze real-life scenarios where semiotics enhance advocacy impact in Philippine schools. Number five, to inspire educators and advocates to use culturally rooted symbols in their communication strategies for educational change. What is semiotics in advocacy? Semiotics is the study of signs and symbols as carrier of meaning. In advocacy, semiotics helps us choose and design messages that resonate deeply with communities. For example, a campaign that uses the image of Jose Rizal that symbolizes knowledge as a tool for liberation. So when people see symbols that they trust and value, they are more likely to support educational change. The sustainability here lies in how the symbols create emotional connection, leading to lasting behavioral change rather than temporary compliance. This slide explores how Philippine national heroes, particularly Dr. Jose Rizal, are used as powerful semiotic tools in educational advocacy. It focuses on how historical figures and their stories are not static relics of the past, but dynamic symbols of empowerment, capable of sparking learning, critical thinking, and civic participation, especially among youth and underserved communities. We have here the symbolic power of national hero. National heroes like Jose Rizal are more than just historical figures. They represent ideals, liberation, education, nationalism, and critical thought. Their stories are often revisited in schools, campaigns, and national celebrations, not simply as historical facts, but as inspirational calls to the action. In advocacy and education, Rizal is used as a symbol to encourage youth to value education, remind Filipinos of their identity and rights, mobilize communities to support learning and reform. This makes heroes like Rizal living icons of educational transformation. Next, we have the conscientizations. Through Rizal, the term conscientization developed by Paulo Freire refers to awakening a person's awareness of their social reality and empowering them to change it. Results writing, especially No Limitang Hiring and El Filibusterismo, awakened this critical consciousness among readers. His life and death symbolize his struggle for freedom through knowledge and making him a semiotic bridge between education and liberation. Modern learning campaigns uses image, writings, and symbolism to motivate students and communities to see learning as a path toward justice and societal improvement. Next, we have the case study. This is the sample scenario. ALS in Tondo, Manila. And this section provides a real-world application of using Rizal symbolic power. So the Alternative Learning Systems, or ALS, in Tondo, ay a highly urbanized and disadvantaged area in Manila, used Rizal image in their outreach and education campaigns. By grouping their approach in tradition and heroism, they increase youth engagement by 30%. Tools like posters, dramatization, and assemblies connected historical struggle to present day educational needs. This case proves that integrating national symbols in education is not just symbolic, it leads to measurable results in participation, identity formation, and learning outcomes. So the summary, this slide teaches us the symbols of national heroes can mobilize communities and ignite education or educational reform. So Rizal's legacy is more than historical, and it is semiotic, activating awareness and action. So when education connects to identity and history, especially in grassroots contexts like Tondo, it becomes a moral and cultural mission, not just a curriculum. Next, we have the cultural heritage as advocacy semiotics. This slide emphasizes how indigenous cultural symbols are not just artifacts of the past, but powerful tools for advocacy and education in the Philippines, particularly in local contexts like Ifugao. It shows how deeply rooted tradition can be integrated into modern education and communication strategies to improve participation, identity, and learning outcomes. Number one, we have the roots of participation. This section explains that indigenous icons like the Banawi rice terraces can be transformed into advocacy tools when used meaningfully in educational campaigns. These icons connect people to their local culture, increasing the campaign's relevance and emotional impact. It highlights the concept of local meaning systems, which suggests that people are more likely to engage when symbols reflect their own heritage and environment. So the key idea of this, the cultural symbols foster stronger community engagement in education and advocacy. Number two, we have here the environmental education in Ifugao. These are focuses on the Ifugao region where language, imagery, and tradition, example, we have here the Hudhud chants, are used to promote both educational and environmental responsibility. This dual focus culture plus environment makes the lessons more meaningful, helping students feel proud of their identity while learning to care for the environment. This approach leads to higher student participation and better appreciation of their heritage. The key idea here, culturally rooted education boosts both learning and environmental awareness. Number three, educational as cultural preservation. Based on the citation from 2021, this section argues that using indigenous symbols in education helps preserve cultural identity.